This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So in our last class, we have seen about the inline declaration, right? So inline declaration is nothing but uh, right, like data lv underscore. Suppose we have to declare some variable. Directly we can declare like this. Whatever value you want to put, you can directly put like this. So this is one example of inline declaration. Directly you can declare character variable also, lv underscore test1, let's suppose, and equal to, for example, if we're going to give the ram, automatically lv underscore test1 will be of uh, character 3 string, character 3 length, right? And here it will be of integer I will be uh, declared. This is known as the inline declaration. Then we saw that another inline declaration, like on the fly on the fly while selecting the data from a table. On the fly internal table or work area declaration while selecting the data from a DB table or database table, right? So there we have seen some examples, something like select field 1. Let's suppose this is the field 1, and then we are having the field 2. Of course, this is supported by only the new syntax. Okay, then we are having the field 3 over here, from Mara into table, and at the rate data it underscore tab. So like that we have seen, this is one way. And similarly we can declare the work area as well, right? So this also we have seen in the new syntax, right? So if it is a work area, table is not required over there, and single we can give over here, something like this. Okay, then we have seen like select from the, okay, select on the database table, and on the fly declaration. We don't require any explicit declaration in that case. Okay, then we have seen the like case and when statement. In case and when statement in select query we have seen, all right? So this is something like select if you are having the field 1, and then again if you are having the some field, let's suppose 2, and then let's suppose again one field we are having field 3, and from and at this point of time you can give the case statement and a when, or maybe suppose if you want to apply the case statement for field 2, so you can give the field 2, and here you can give the when. And when field 2 is having some particular value, right? So whatever particular value, it can be anything, right? It can be any value. So in case of value of 1, you want to you want to you want to print some another value. Let's suppose if it is value 1, then maybe something, anything, if you want to put output 1, right? And similarly, like if you are having when value 2, in this case you are going to print the output 2, right? And end as, and you have to give the alias name. So maybe we can give the uh, case demo, right? Case underscore demo, something like that, and from some table, from some DB table. So like that we have already seen in detail, right? You can refer that example. Just I'm summarizing over here for your reference. Okay. So case and when statement we have seen. Here we were having the two flavor, right? In case and when statement. One we were having in when this value one is, in case this is not required, we can directly use this. Let's suppose if we're going to compare the, field 2, so you can give the field 2 over here, and you can use the less than or greater than whatever. So less than operator or greater than operator can be also used, right? So So in case of greater than or less than, here at after the case you don't have to give anything, right? So that we have seen. So here also field 2 is less than, or maybe suppose it's greater than field 2, then how it's going to be have. Okay. Okay, then we have seen select on internal table, right? You can put the select query on internal table. Amazing, right? We have seen this stuff. So select a star from uh, internal table, right? So you have to, because it's a host variable, above variable, and here you have to give some alias. Let's give some test alias or something like, and that's it. And into, you can get some table again. You can create some uh, table at the rate data it underscore test. So you can directly put the select query on the internal table. Then you can use the aggregate function very effectively in the, aggregate function. So in aggregate function, you can use something like um, select mean some field. Let's suppose field 1, it's must be a quantity field, right? Then only the meaning of aggregate function is there, right? So some field 1 is a quantity field. Similarly, you can get the max. Suppose if you want to get the max of field 2, you can get it, right? And then average, we have seen average is something like, suppose if you want to get the average of field 3, right? Or yes, something like that, or even you can consider the field of 1 itself for the average. And whenever you are going to use the aggregate function, every time you have to use the alias, right? So as mean field 1 value, we can give something like this, and as over here max underscore field, okay, underscore a value, it's a 2, so I can give the 2, and here average value as average field, average field 1 value. So, and similarly you can get the count function, right? So count, a star, and count a star, or maybe field 1 or field 3, whatever, based upon your requirement, you can do it over here. And from some DB table, right? From some DB table, you have to select the query, right? And even I think you can put the internal table over here also. While putting this, this mean, max, all these things, you can do these things on DB table or internal table. Once you can check this one, I believe it will support over there also. Okay. And group by, if some non-aggregate column is there, for example, let's suppose you are having some non-aggregate column at last over here, give the comma, and let's suppose we are having field 4. This is the non-aggregate column on which we don't have any aggregate function applied. So here you have to give, if there is no aggregate, if there is no non-aggregate column, then if there is no aggregate column, then what you can do, that you can ignore this group by clause, then group by clause will not be required. So this we have seen. Okay, so this is in a summarized way, just we have written. Okay, so what we have discussed in our last class. Something else have we discussed? Let's go to the system and we'll be having a quick look over there, and then we will go ahead and we will see some new syntax, see new open SQL enhancement. Go to AC38 and our program name was something demo 4. Go into display mode. So we have done this thing. Okay, no, it's 3rd April. Press F4, I think it was the same program. Okay, yeah, this was the program actually. And here we have seen all these things. So subquery also we can use, right? So I'm just going to copy directly from here, and subquery also we can use, right? So query inside a query. So this was also one beautiful feature, subquery, right? That means query inside query you can use. Query inside query can be used. I will just paste it over here, and then what we have seen, that existence check, right? So how to do the existence check? So earlier, like, we have to put the select on the field. If it is found, then we are going to enable the flag, right? But here in one go itself we can do. So we have written somewhere existence check up to one rows. This is the way how we can do the existence check, right? And then what else? What else? Matner, all these things looks, yeah, right outer join, a new feature. It's a right outer join we are having now, right? Right outer join is also being supported, right? So we can note it down, this one. And for the right outer join, we have already written this one. We can copy this and we can paste it over here. So this is for the right outer join. And then maybe from this inner join up to 20 inner join we can use. That also we have seen, right? So that, I think, that is not required to be written. Okay, fine. This. Okay, we have almost written everything. And now let's go ahead, and I'm going to create one another program now. Okay, and we will see some new syntaxes, right? So click on this create button, test, and open SQL part 2. Open SQL part 2. Click on the save button, local object, and here what you can do, concatenation you can do on the fly. Concatenation on fly. So for example, suppose if you have to put a select query, for example, Mara, okay, select Matner and mtart and then mbrsh and then let's suppose matkl. And if you want to, concatenate, because this is new SQL, let's give the comma, it is supported only new SQL. What you can do, you can concatenate. So how you can concatenate? Suppose if you want to concatenate this two field, okay, matnr. So matnr ampersand, earlier it was not possible, okay, mtar, and here as you have to give, right, and in as concat test, something like that, we can give from mara into table at the rate data it underscore tab. Okay, check the syntax, it's fine, right? We can put the breakpoint. Okay, if you want to see the output, so cl demo output and display data, and the value we can give this it underscore tab, it underscore tab, and here we can give some name, concatenation on fly, concatenation on fly. Okay, check the syntax, no problem, activate it and put the breakpoint, press F8. You can see that now in it underscore tab, double click over here, and you can see that this concatenate test, it is there, right? You can see it is concatenated and it is coming under the concat underscore test. So this is how you can do the concatenation, all right? And this is the output. Just go back and press F8. So this concatenation you can do. Another feature, Coalesce function. Earlier you were not able to do the concatenation like this. Coalesce function. Coalesce function. What is this Coalesce function? Coalesce means, the meaning of Coalesce means coming together or organizing together or collecting together, coming together or collecting together or organizing together. So that's the meaning of Coalesce. So how you can organize any things together, or it can also be, you can like replacement, replacing together or something like that. If one person is not there in the meeting, another person is lead the meeting. So if someone is not there, another person is going to lead the meeting. That's the meaning of Coalesce. Collaboration, something coming from the collaboration. So select, let's give the, I'm just going to copy this one, okay, paste it over here, and here this concatenation I'm going to remove from here, and now come and Coalesce function here. For example, suppose if we're going to put the inner join on Marcy table, okay, or suppose left outer join on the Marcy table if we're going to put, okay, so from Mara give the left outer join with Marcy. So left outer join, when I'm going to give all the field from the Mara is going to come, right? All the entry from the Mara is going to come, all this entry, right? I'm just going to remove some entry for simplicity. So matnr and mtat I'm selecting, and for some of the material there will not be entry in the Marcy, right? Because all the material, it is not necessary to be extended into the all the plant, right? Just simply some material is created with the basic view, right? Until now it has not been extended. So if you go and observe in the Mara table, right? So AC 16N Mara table, if you go and observe, in the Mara table you are having these many material 2576, but in the Marcy table you are having only something like 113. That means all the material is not extended. So your requirement is what over here, that if we're going to put the select query from the material number and mtart, and for example suppose if we're going to give uh, the plant, if we're going to get the plant, right? So plant is nothing but WERKS. So you have to specify over here from which because this material number is present there in Mara and Marcy at both the place. So you have to specify which material you want to give over here, otherwise system will tell it is ambiguous. And for mtart, eh, mtart is only filled in the Mara, so here there is no problem, right? Because this is only there in the Mara, so here it is not problem. Plant is only filled in the Marcy, plant is not there in the Mara, so here if you don't give this in beginning, then also it is fine. Okay, so what actually I want to do, if you know if this plant is there, that's fine. If plant is there, then display. If it is not there, then you can give some default plant. Okay, let's suppose your requirement is something like the plant is there, just display, and the plant is not there. Suppose if you want to tell, if you want to write over there no plant. Okay, so you can do like this. Okay, Coalesce of works no plant from Mara left outer join Marcy, right? And on condition you have to give Mara Matner should be equal to Marcy Matner, right? Mara Matner should be equal to Marcy Matner. Check petty printer, click on the syntax check, and let us see some problem is there. What it is telling that if inline declaration all expression in the projection list must have an alias. Okay, so let's give some alias over here as plant, maybe something like this. Check the syntax, and it underscore tab already declared. Okay, so I'm just going to comment this one, and this particular also I will copy and comment, and I will use it over here. Okay, so check the syntax and activate this one. Okay, now I'm going to put the breakpoint, press F8, and in IT underscore tab, right, as plant Marcy IT underscore tab, here you can see there is no data, right? In IT underscore tab there is no data coming. There's must some there must some data come. Yeah, now it's coming. I think the query was not run at that point of time. Now it is coming. You can see that the material mtart and plant is coming. So wherever plant is there, plant is coming, and wherever plant will not be there, no plant will come. You can see the no plant is coming, right? No plant is coming. So wherever the plant is there, that plant is coming, but wherever the plant is not there, no plant is coming, right? So just if you want to verify the number of plant which is there, so how many total number of plant it will be there? 113, right? Because we are having only 113 plants, right? So you can just check that one, but here here you can just check, you can count it. So unique plant, maybe it may be less unique plant, so that number of unique plant it will appear because this material is unique, right? So come over here and press F8, you will be able to see the output. You can see this is the output, no plant, no plant, no plant. There are many materials which is having the no plant, because only 113 materials which is there is having the plant, and total material we are having 2576. So that's why the most of the material we are not having the plant. Now this is about the Coalesce function. Now suppose you have some requirement, something like uh, uh, something like you are going to get the data from Mara and Marcy table. Okay, Mara margin table, something like this. Select a Mara, and so what you can do, select Mara and this tilde sign star. Suppose if you are going to get all the data from Mara, you can put like this, select Mara, this, and then again suppose you are going to get the data from, let's suppose, MAKT table. If you are going to get all the data, so you can put like this, from Mara inner join MAKT, right, on Mara Matner should be equal to MAKT Matner, right? So MAKT is a text table for the Mara table, right? So all the text description of the material is available into the MAKT table, right? So, and into table at the rate IT underscore, see how useful this inline declaration, right? How useful. You will feel lot of benefit of using this one. And let me paste it over here. Okay, and check the syntax, activate this one, activate, put the breakpoint over here, press F8, press F8 once again, press F8, press F6, and data type not yet supported. Okay, fine. Here I think you will not be able to see because it's not supporting. However, in debugging we can see, in debugging the internal table value we can see over here. Press F8, press F8 and press F6. This select query has run at this point of time, IT underscore tab. Here the value has come, and you can see that because the structured data type it is coming, all the data from the Mara in a structured format it is coming, and all the data from the MAKT it is coming like this. Okay, if you want to double click over here, you can double click and you can see all the content of this particular record number. Okay, so here also, like for MAKT, you can see all the data. So like that, if you want to select, you can select and you can get this. Output is not supporting because directly it is getting the structured data type. There is no value like that. That's why you are not getting over here. Now actually what I'm trying to tell it over here, the important things is, let me define one structure over here. So all the field begin of ts underscore, uh, let's suppose Mara, and then we can give matnr type matnr. So I'm just going to declare some field mtart type mtart, and then end of ts underscore Mara. Similarly for MAKT, I'm just going to define, because I want to get actually once I will prepare, then I will be able to show you. Okay, MAKTX here, MAKTX. Okay, so two structure I have defined because I have to get the data from the Mara table and MAKT table. So, and in some specific format, because I have to get the data at the column level, at the field level. Okay, that's why I'm preparing like this. Okay, I will show you types, the final table, final tab. So begin of, give the comma over here, and include, you can just include the type, and there is a renaming, there is a syntax called renaming prefix. um, Include type, and the name of the type you have to give. Actually you can change the name of the prefix. Okay, include type, here we have to go the full stop. Okay, and renaming prefix or suffix. suffix. Okay, so renaming, but here I'm getting some error. Let me check exact syntax what it is. So include type structure as name renaming with suffix. Okay, I will copy. So every syntax, if you want to check, just you can press F1 and you can get it over here. So include type, this is fine. As name, so as name, just I'm going to give some taste name, something like this, and renaming with suffix, and the suffix we can give something like, let's suppose, because I'm going to get the data from the Mara table, the suffix I can give the Mara, something like this, full stop, and remove this one. But still some error is there. Renaming with suffix, actually we have to write, and now it will be fine. Okay, so do we have to remove this one, is it? Yeah, I think we have to remove because it's not taking into single quote, it is not taking. Similarly, because I have to get the data from the MAKT table, okay, and as test one maybe I can give renaming, and here I can give the MAKT. Okay, so and here end of final underscore tab we can give, and of course we have to give the types over here. So what actually it will do, what I'm trying to show you over here, I'm going to select the data from the different, I'm going to select the data from the different table, right? I'm going to select the data from the different table. Okay, here if we're just going to select this Mara and just give one, so that I can show you both the flavor, taste, and this also give as a MAKT. Okay, renaming with underscore Mara. Okay, here data, let's declare this internal table. Why I have done here, because I'm selecting all the field from the Mara table, so I'm taking complete Mara structure over here, not the user defined structure, not the custom structure. Custom structure also we will see just in a moment. First I will show you the complete structure, because all the data from Mara I'm just showing you. So you will have to give include type Mara as taste, renaming with suffix underscore Mara. At this time maybe it will not making more sense. Once you will see the output, you will realize actually what I'm trying to do it over here. So include type MAKT as test1, renaming with suffix underscore MAKT, and here type table of, right, final underscore tab1. Okay, and this it underscore tab, this is our ABAP variable, ABAP internal table. So here directly you can use it in this way by giving @ over here. Now if you will see, it will display the output. Okay, and all the field which is going to come over here, you will be able to differentiate also, like which matter is from the Mara and which matter is from MAKT, right? Whatever the common field is there, you will be able to differentiate also, and you will be able to see which is, uh which is just a second, some problem is there. Final tab one, actually it's now it's fine. So it is actually one. I have given L earlier. Activate now, and okay. So now we'll be able to see the data is coming from which table actually, and press F8, and let us see, this time it will display the data. Okay, it will take some time because Mara is having around 400 fields over here, and we are getting all the field. Okay, almost all the field we are getting, right? That's why it will take some time to show you the result. Maybe we would have taken up to 10 rows or 100 rows, something like that. In that case it would have been fast. Let's wait for a while, we will see the output in a moment. It's formatting the data because it has to display. There are so many dynamic things has been written in this display underscore data. Okay, so You can see because select star how it's going to impact the performance, right? You can realize over here how it's going to impact the performance. Select star. I have used the select star. We are having only how many field, how many record? We are having very less records. Number of entries 2576 only. In that itself, when I'm going to use the select Mara star MKT star, it's taking, see, so much time it's taking. Okay, no problem. What we will do, meanwhile, we can note down over here the Coalesce function and all. So we have seen the Coalesce function, right? We have seen the concatenation on fly. We have seen concatenation on fly. We have seen Coalesce function, double L we have to give. Okay, fine. Let me check. Now it is, yeah, now it has come over here. So what actually I'm trying to show you over here, you can see the MNDT underscore Mara, that means this MNDT field is coming from Mara table. This material number is coming from the Mara. Underscore Mara is automatically coming as a suffix, right? This is a suffix. Underscore Mara is coming automatically as a suffix. So this also, like suppose if you have some field where you want to differentiate, which field is coming from Mara and which field is coming from MAKT, so that will at last underscore Mara will be there. Okay, and for MAKT you can see at last it will be, you can see all the field at last. So from where MAKT is starting, that also you can check it over here. So from here, Matner MAKT, this is the MANDT MAKT, this is the Matner MAKT, and this is how you can do this one. So this is like when you are going to select all the field, but it has taken so much time, right? Select a star. So just you have seen select a star is how bad practice, right? But here you can use in case if you are having some custom table, G table, which is having some less field, right? Or some 5 or 10 fields, something like that, then in this case it is fine. But here we are having more than 400 fields, right? It has taken that much time, right? So now suppose if you want to do the same thing, suppose Matner and then mtart and then uh you know so give over here Mara. From Mara you want to fetch this Matner. For Mara you want to fetch this mtart, and from Marcy again you want to fetch matnr, right? And again from Marcy you are going to fetch the plant. Okay, uh actually what I have taken over here, MAKT. Okay, so let's take the MAKT specific field, MAKT and MAKTX. Okay, MAKT MAKTX. MAKTX is nothing but material description. Okay, so from Mara inner join, on this into table. Now this you have seen when you are going to put the select star, how you are going to do whole structure you are going to consider. But this, like, because we are going to get the specific field from the Mara, so I have created one structure over here. From MAKT I'm going to get this two specific field. I have created this structure for MAKT, and now for the final tab I have given the reference of this structure over here, same as over here. Here Mara is my full structure, here only two field I'm considering, so I'm giving this ts underscore Mara. Okay, as test we have to give some alias. Okay, and the renaming with the suffix underscore Mara and renaming with suffix underscore MAKT, just to differentiate which field is coming from which particular table. Okay, so here uh, Mara, and we are having the final tab. So I'm just going to use the final tab now, this particular structure, and now you will see that it will work for the fixed field also. So name is specified end of ts underscore Mara. Some problem is there somewhere. Ts underscore makt, actually ts underscore makt. Check the syntax now, activate it. Okay, put the breakpoint, press F8. Okay, press F8, press F8, and press F8 once again. It will quickly show you this time, and you can see that material Mara, mtart Mara, right? And this is the material makt and mktx makt. So like that you can differentiate like how, without giving any alias or something like that, you can get. Okay, but we are having so many, other way also, better way, easy way. Here you have to do so many things. Just I wanted to share this information, you know because I was knowing this, I have learned it, so I shared. But we have the better, like if you want to give some name, we can give like this, right? As like the same thing we can achieve. We don't have to this much exercise, no, nothing to do like this much exercise. Simply what we can do, that Mara Matner, we can give the Mara underscore matnr, or whatever alias you want to give, right? You can give Mara mtart, and then makt as makt underscore matnr, and then again as makt underscore maktx. Okay, so here we are having some problem, right? Matnr. So now this is also do the same thing what we have doing with the help of this much big code. It is not required, right? But you should know, like if you are going to do something, it underscore tab is unknown, so at runtime will declare. Why not to use the inline declaration in this case? The power of NetWeaver 7.40. Dramatic change has been done since NetWeaver 7.40, and then in NetWeaver 7.58, okay, and NetWeaver 7.40 service pack 08, that is also so many things newly introduced. 7.40, 7.40 service pack 8, and then 7.50, 7.51, 7.52. All this NetWeaver release has been very, very, like in terms of uh ABAP, in terms of ABAPs. Okay, I'm going to press F8, press F6, F6, and F6, and press F8. You will see it will do the same thing, right? It is doing the same thing. Why to do that much code, right? But just I have shown you because this is also one feature. Okay, so what we will do here, we will stop for the OpenSQL. We will again come for the OpenSQL. Once we will learn some new syntax, again we will see, like because in 7.52 there are new, in the OpenSQL, uh, actually directly you can use the table expression. Okay, in this where condition, where is, if you are having some where condition, if we're going to give some where condition, I will show you that part. But let's understand first what is the table expression, what is value operator, what is new operator, right? All these things we are going to learn first. Then we will see about, again we will come to this point, and we will see some more power of the OpenSQL. Okay, let's go back, and I'm going to create the program number 3. Click on this create button, and new expression, and operator. Okay, new expression and operator. This is also, you will feel it's really amazing. Okay, so now for example, suppose earlier if you have to read the data from some internal table, how you used to do, right? How you used to do. So suppose if you have to read some data from some internal table, let's prepare one internal table. Okay, so let's start from preparing the internal table. Okay, for earlier if you have to prepare some internal table, uh, quickly I'm going to define a types. begin of ts underscore mara matnr type matnr and then mtart type mtart. So two different field from the matnr. Let's keep it simple. The same is going to be applied for multiple fields also. Okay, so and here we used to do data it underscore mara type table of ts underscore mara, right? And then data wa underscore mara type one work area we used to declare in all the cases, right? It was a standard practice. When we are going to create one internal table, we have to create one work area to operate with, to perform the operation with internal table, right? So read uh, append. First we will create append, we will append some data. So let's create w underscore mara hyphen matnr equals to, let's suppose we are having 001, and then w underscore mara hyphen mtart equals, we are having the material type, let us suppose mat of 1 full stop, right? And you are going to append this value w underscore mara value which is there into the work area, append I think 2, and then it underscore mara. Okay, pretty printer, and one record you have appended. Similarly, if you have to append the another record, so generally we used to clear it. It's a better practice to clear. We don't know like how it's going to be have. So after append we just clear and again we put the data and we create. So suppose let's keep it simple, some two records we have appended over here in this way, right? First record and then this is the second record. Okay, now if you want to see the output, what you have, do cl demo output. Okay, so cl demo output, I think something is wrong. Cl demo, so if you don't remember, control space you do and you will see the cl demo output. This is the correct one. Give that and then control space once again you can do. It is not coming, I don't know, control space cl demo output, why it's not coming. Display data, and then we know that it is having the mandatory parameter, that's the value we are passing, but cl demo output, something is getting wrong. cl c, let me check what is that class slash o sc24 cl demo f4, and we also know that it is having output. So this is the actually, and come over here, paste it, control space, yes, this time it is coming, and the value it underscore mara, we can display it, activate this, activate, press F8, and you can see that 001 mat1, the same material and same material type two times I have included, so that's why it is displaying, right? Just I'm giving like this, and now this time it is coming fine. The same, the append statement, here we have written so many code, right? Here we have written so many code. Just instead of writing this code the new way, we can use the value operator, prepare the data, prepare the data using the value operator. So you have the operator called value operator. With the help of value operator, directly you can prepare this IT underscore Mara. So I'm just going to comment this one. So this was the old way. Okay. Nowadays also people are using frequently this one, but after before this is actually not old way. It's a before 7.40. Nowadays also people use. Okay. Before 7.40, the after 7.40, after 7.40 you can use this with the help of value operator. So how to do? So it underscore Mara, just comment this one now, this it underscore Mara here, and here you can give the value. And see this it underscore Mara we are having, this it underscore, this value is known as the operator. Okay, this value is known as the value operator. So this it underscore Mara, because I have to prepare, so I have to put it onto the left hand side, because the data should be here into this it underscore Mara. And now after giving this, you have two ways. One way, what you can do here, you can give the table type. Okay, so table type you have to declare. In the table type, this work area and all is not required. Okay, this work area and all is not required. Okay, data it underscore Mara also, at this point of time, this it underscore Mara is also not required. Okay, so what you can do, types tt underscore Mara, just define a type table of ts underscore Mara. Okay, and see it does not work without key. Okay, this types like this value operator does not work without the key. That means you must have to specify some default key. It does not work with a generic key. Okay, it works with the default key. Okay, or with some key or with empty key. Okay, so either you write here the empty key, or either you write with default key. Okay, so anything is fine, but you have to specify some key over here. It does not work with the simply, if you write like this, it will not work. Okay, it will give you the error. I will show you that part also. So here, this is the table type, right? This is the table type, and the table, this I'm going to define dynamically. I'm going to define, because here you can see the it underscore Mara I have commented, right? This is the before 7.40 we used to do like this, right? But this also I have to define, right? So here, this is the I'm going to define in the inline declaration way. And here you have to give this table type. Okay, just give the table type, come over here, and the field I have to pass 001 and MAT1. So what you can do over here, that you can give one more, and MATNR equals to 001 you can give, and then mtart equals to, again you can give the MAT1. Okay, and then you can put into the you can close into the bracket. Okay, again just copy it. Okay, and here paste it. So, and just change it, this two and this two. That's it. This much only we'll have to do now. This much not required to prepare like this, then append, then this, then declaration and all. With the help of value operator, you can do like this. Let's check if the syntax is correct or not. Check the syntax, and there is no problem, right? But if you remove this with default key, it will give you the error. Check the syntax and you can see. Okay, let's give the dot over here. Check the syntax. You can see a value of the generic type tt underscore Mara cannot be constructed. It's a generic type. If you don't define the field, key field, it will be a generic, right? It will consider whatever the character data type, it will consider that field as a standard field, right? This is the ABAP concept. When you are going to create any a standard table, right? So whatever the field is there in the character of the character data type, that only will be uh, generically will be taken care, will be considered as a key field, only the character data type field, right? So here just I'm telling to the system, it's a just specifying that with a default key, so consider it is a default key now, and activate this. And now if you see over here, so here like with default key or with empty key also you can use, both will work, or with primary key, with key, and here you can give, you can primary key and components you can assign, let's suppose matnr, and that's it. Let's have a single component, check the syntax now, and you can see this is also working, means meaning to tell that after that with key should be there, you don't have to stop here itself, otherwise it will not work. Okay, check that, activate it, put the breakpoint over here and press F8, and you can see the IT underscore Mara now is having the same, right, same record. Come over here and press F8, you got the same output as earlier. So this is how you can prepare the data. Okay, this is how
What
you
it
can
means?
prepare.
One
Yeah,
question. What it
yeah.
means? Empty key default. What's the difference basically? Primary key, default key, and empty key. Just like to understand. That's it.
See, empty key, the default key, empty key is nothing but like you are not going to define any key. There is no key defined by you. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
means you are telling to the system, uh, you are telling to the system explicitly that there is no key for this particular internal table. So that's fine. System at least understands that there is no key. System wants to clarity, to have a clarity. Here, if you don't give any key after this, system is not able to understand what key you are defining or not defining, or what you are trying to do. Now system is clear that you have not given any key. When you are going to define with key primary underscore key, that means the explicitly you are going to define the primary key. Okay, explicitly you are going to define the primary key, and your primary key is nothing but material number. Okay, your primary
Okay.
key is nothing but your material number. If we're going to give the default key, so default key is nothing but all the non-numeric data type. So this is your non-numeric data type. If you go double click on this material number, you can see it is a char 40, right? Again go back, again go to this mtart, so char 4. So non-numeric data type both will be considered as a key field. This is also known as the standard key. This is also known as all the non-numeric data type field is known as the standard key. So by default, this standard key is also known as the primary key. Okay, so by default, here I'm just telling to the system, no, make it only material number as a primary key. But if you don't mention this one, your primary key will be both. Okay, your primary key will be both by default. By default. So if you are going to give the with default key, your both field will be your primary key. That's the meaning of default key. Okay.
Okay. If you are mentioning primary key and
Hmm.
whether it really makes any difference, like say for example, if I am defining with default key and also I am defining with primary key, whether it will make any difference in the code level? No, right?
Yeah, that will make the difference. No, here it will not make the difference, but if we're going to do the sorting and all, right, there are many places where it will make the difference. In this particular place, it will not. See, if you are going to do the sort it underscore mara, let us suppose this internal table is type table of this, right? And here you have defined this default key. So what it will do, it will consider the default key, a standard key it will consider if you are not going to give explicitly any field. So if we're going to mention explicitly matnr, then it's fine, otherwise it will consider the default key, right? So all is having their own different significance. Here it's not going to make any problem here the thing is that if you're going to use this one, you must have to give explicitly that this internal table is having some well-defined key, not a generic key. You are not putting the system in ambiguity. You are not putting the system into the genericity that, means we want actually system want to be clear, so that here accordingly it will prepare the data. Okay, because
Yeah,
it
fine.
has to prepare with the help of value operator. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Fine. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. So value tt underscore mara matnr, this you have seen. So now deep structure, come to the deep structure. How you define the deep structure in earlier which like before 7.40. Suppose I'm going to define one field over here, types begin of ts underscore deep, let's suppose, and here matnr type matnr. Okay. mm, uh mtart. Okay, mtart also we are having type mtart, and then we want to put the plant detail. Okay, we want to put the plant detail type. So I'm just going to create one structure. This is my type of a structure data type. Okay, so I want to put the plant detail. So what I'm going to do that here I will copy this one, I will comment this, and I will create one more structure. You already know like how to define the deep structure and all, right? So matnr we are having that. I'm just going to give it as a plant, right? So ts underscore plant. Okay, and plant. So what I'm trying to do, I want to put the plant detail. I want to put the plant detail in the table, right, for each material number and material type. Okay, so that's why this plant detail structure I have included inside the structure. So deep structure is nothing but deep structure inside the structure, right? That's the meaning of a deep structure, correct? So end of ds, and let me define quickly over here data it underscore deep uh, type table of ts underscore deep. So before 7.40 don't have to specify with default key and all, right? So let's see first in the before 7.40 how we used to do over here. So here w underscore okay, so in that case what I'll have to do that I have to define again one type. Okay, so it underscore mara type table of ts underscore deep I will do, right? Because I have to prepare the data into ts underscore deep. So what I will do, I will just comment this one so that I will not disturb it. This one also I will comment, and fine. Let's come over here. So it underscore deep type table of ts underscore deep, and let's prepare the data. So one work area we will create w underscore deep, wa underscore deep, and type we can give over here ts underscore deep. And now we are going to prepare the data. Deep hyphen matnr equals to 001 full stop w underscore deep hyphen mtart equals maybe we can give mat1 material type 1 something like this, and then wa underscore right deep hyphen plant underscore detail, right, hyphen. So this plant detail, actually I'm going to prepare it. So wa underscore dip hyphen plant underscore detail hyphen, and for the plant what we are having, actually this I'm supposed to write plant. Okay, a walks, and here also walks is a data type for the plant, right, walks underscore d in fact. Okay, so here uh, I'm giving this walks. So in the plant detail, I'm going to put the MATNR, right, equals the same MATNR what we have given over here, and then WA underscore deep hyphen plant underscore detail hyphen walks. The second field is walks of this plant detail, right? This plant detail is of type TS underscore plant, correct? So here I'm just going to give like what? Let's suppose PL1 or PL1, PLNT. Plant is of 4 characters generally, so PLN1 I'm just going to give. So this is how, and once your W underscore deep is ready, I'm just going to append it. Append W underscore deep to IT underscore deep, right? Let's see whether it is right or wrong. It looks okay. I will just copy this one and I'll paste it, uncomment this one, and IT underscore deep I will put it, and we will see the data into the internal table. Data into the internal table. IT underscore deep we can see, and in the plant detail it is coming like this. It's a flat structure. If you double click, you can see the 001 and PLNT one is coming. So in this structure we are having one another structure, plant underscore detail, and where we are filling the data like this. Okay, the same way here it will not display because it's a deep structure, right? Comment this. The same thing you can achieve. Let me do some to record. Control V 002 2 2 and 2. Clear W underscore deep, and then fine. Clear W underscore deep. So here what you can observe over here that two data I have prepared over here. Okay, and press F8, and in IT underscore deep now you are having two record, one material one, and here the plant detail. For material number one we are having the plant one, associated plant is one. Okay, if you want to put the multiple plant for one material, right, that is also true, correct? That is also we can keep it for one material. If we want to keep the multiple plant for suppose uh, you know this W underscore deep, so that is also possible for this plant detail, plant underscore detail, right? Okay, fine. So let's go ahead and we will see how with the help of new syntax we can achieve the same thing. Okay, I will just copy from here this particular portion. So I will have to write little less, Control V, and uncomment this one. So let's suppose IT underscore deep I have to prepare. Okay, I have to prepare IT underscore deep. Here comment this one, not required, and IT underscore deep type table of TS underscore deep, and you have to create one table type because here you have to give the table type, right? Table type is required. So what you will have to do that types and tt underscore mara type table of ts underscore mara. You have to give like this. Now this tt underscore mara, sorry, tt underscore deep, let's keep like tt underscore deep. This is now not required anymore. Give with default key or empty key, whatever you want. tt underscore give deep over here. The material number I have put material number, mtat I have put plant underscore detail. Now I have to put the plant underscore detail. Material number and mtat I have already put over here. Now I have to put the plant underscore detail. So what you can do that you can give the plant underscore detail equals, you can give the value and you can use the hash operator over here, or this plant underscore detail is also of what table type? ts underscore plant, right? So tt underscore plant underscore detail, one another table type we can define, right? ts under. So here data, sorry, types, we have to declare one table type. So tt underscore plant underscore detail type table of ts underscore plant, right? So this table type I'm declaring with the type of this, and here with default key, full stop. That's it, pretty printer. And this table type we can use it over here, right? Because this is also ultimately a table, right? So control V, and then what you are having, after this value, right? After this value, this type I have given, now I have to give the data. So material number I have to give, so matnr, just give matnr equals 002, then matnr, and then you are having the plant works, then you are having the works. You can see I defined this works over here, works. I will cut it from here and I will paste it over here so that it will be easy for me to show you while writing. Okay, so for this detail underscore plant detail, this plant underscore detail I am preparing, this plant detail I am preparing, this plant detail has been here, right? It is having material number and works, right? So the material number and works I'm just giving over here. So pln 1, and if you want to give the more data over here, if you want to put more data over here, so what you can do, you put in another bracket, come over here, and you can directly give it like this, another for the same plant. Suppose the second plant is there, the so both this material is extended. Actually this is material number one, material number one. So for the material number one, the two plant is extended. If you want to give some more, you can simply, you can simply control D you can do, and here plant 3 you can give. See how easy it's to prepare the data, right? We have to just understand some concept, that's it. So copy this one now, and I'm going to use the same thing over here, control V. Okay, and now tt underscore plant. So for this two I'm preparing now. Okay, for this two I'm preparing now. So plant detail value, this is my material 2, and the plant, maybe let's suppose this material 2 is also suppose extended in all 3 plants. Okay, material 2 is suppose also extended into all 3 plants. Okay, so here of course you'll have to give one closing bracket for this particular, closing bracket, and then for this material number, another we are having here, actually it should be here, yeah. So you can see that this is the one record we have created, and for the another record I'm coming over here and trying to create. Okay, so some error is there because it's a little confusing over here. 001 mtot plant detail, I have given tt underscore plant detail. For this I have put into this single. Okay, here also I have to put into the single bracket, means all the rows should be put into the single bracket. That's it, that is the important. Okay, so now all these three row I have put into the single bracket, right, separately. And then for this is the closing bracket, right? And for this the beginning one, so I can give one more closing bracket over here now, and this is the main. Okay, so for this main, this is our main. Okay, let the check the syntax now. Ts underscore mara is unknown. Actually we are having ts underscore deep over here, deep. Check the syntax now. Okay, cannot be converted into the plant detail. Okay, value tt plant underscore detail cannot be converted. Why cannot be converted? To the type plant underscore detail. Just a second. Tt underscore plant underscore detail. Okay, can we give like this? Let me try. I don't think so it is possible. Okay, let's do it by another way. I think this is not supported, so we are going to use the hash operator over here. Okay, I'm going to use the hash operator over here, and with the hash operator this must should be defined already. So this plant underscore detail we have to define. So data plant underscore detail type, uh, type we can give this one tt underscore plant underscore detail, full stop. Now check the syntax, and expected something is expected value hash where it is expected. Okay, let's see this one. This is our beginning one, right? After this I have done this one, material mtat1 plant underscore detail equal to value hash, and for this is one we are having. And let's come once again, this is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row, right? So for this plant detail, for this one we are having the closing bracket, this one, this is fine. Then the material number, this is also fine. We should have one more bracket, I believe. Check it. No, some problem is there. Can you check it over here? We are having some bracket related issue. Some closing bracket and ending bracket is not matching. That's why this problem is coming. Okay. Oh ho ho ho. Here also, here also we have to, because all the row we are supposed to put in a bracket, then only it will be considered as a bracket. Okay. All the row. So now it seems good, and again some problem is there. Here it is telling 1 2, it is fine. 3 for this one, this is okay, and for this one this is fine. Okay, it looks good over here to me. What is the problem then? Let me do one thing. I'm going to comment this extra one and then we will see. Okay, fine. So the value has now this is the single row, and here also we are having the single row. Okay, So okay, the material number, no, we don't have to give the comma is not required, comma is not required. Okay, the last statement is not complete. Okay, give the full stop, check it, but here some error we are getting. Okay, let me try with the single statement, then we will see. Full stop. Okay, so for this material and plant, the single row, then this is the ending one. For this is the complete bracket. So for this one more bracket we have to give actually. Check now, check now, but expected not this one. Why it is telling like this? Why it's telling like this? Okay, fine. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will see how the data is coming over here. And then we will try to put the another data. Okay, so activate this one, and I will give the breakpoint over here. Full stop. Activate this one. Breakpoint. Press F8. Press F6 and IT underscore deep. You can see the data got prepared, right? We have now the data prepared in the same way. So just by simply writing like this, just by simply writing like this, actually it is very easy. We got some trouble over here, but it's easy actually. It's very easy. Okay, so we are just giving the data, and this internal table is getting filled automatically based upon what we have the data, right? Based upon what we have the data. Okay, why the problem was coming, because this is the ts underscore plant we have given. We have to give, actually this is an internal table, because the more than one record it will come only when you are going to put, when you are going to use as an internal table, right? This is simply a structure. This is simply a structure. So here you have to give the internal table, right? So this actually I think we have to give, and then we will not get any problem over here in that case. I believe so. Let me try with this. Okay, so this will support a table row specified was expected. Okay, so here because you are using this as an internal table, immediately it is starting giving one error. This is very important to observe. Okay, this is very important to observe. So when it is an internal table, what you will have to do, every row over here will be acting like a row. So you must have to give in a bracket. Then only that error will not come. Check it, and you can see now there is no error. Okay. So now if you will see, that will come in the form of internal table. Okay, so it underscore deep, and you can see in a structure it is coming like an internal table. Nice. So this is how now multiple data you can get it. Now this time it will work. That's why it was giving the error, because here I was using the flat structure. Okay, now it is a deep structure. Correct. Here for this plant detail I was using only, I was taking the reference, so this was behaving like a work area. Now I have made it like an internal table, so that multiple, for one material there can be multiple plant, so multiple plant I can insert. So that's why it was not working earlier, because I have given the type here the work area. Now I have given the table type, so it is now the internal table, right? Good. So let's go ahead and do this. remove this breakpoint now from here, and I'm just going to enable all these things earlier what we have written, and comment this. Okay, so this is my first record. Okay, remove this, remove this, remove this, and this also remove from here. So this is my first record, correct? This is my second record, and this is my third record. And for ending this one, I have used this one, right? For ending this bracket, I have used this one, and for ending this bracket, I have used this one. Now let's go and create the another record. This is fine. This is the one record, right? And this is the second record, that is also fine. This is the third record, and now this is for this one, this is for this one, and this is for this one. This should not be a problem. Now check the syntax and you can see it's perfectly fine. Activate this one and come over here and give the breakpoint, and we'll see in the output how the data is coming. Press F8, and you can see in IT underscore deep, it's going to be have like this, right? The three record for this material number, we are having three plant extended, plant 1, plant 2, plant 3, and the same material, in a single code, in a single chunk of code, you have prepared your data. Isn't it amazing? It's amazing, really amazing. Here we are not going to do anything. Simply we are just taking care of the row whether we are inserting or not, and that's it. And it's going to work fine over here. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. We can discuss over here, or else I'm just going to show you, and here earlier, like you can use this now, this instead of hash, you can use this table type directly, you can use. That is possible because that was a structure, it was not able to work earlier, but now it will work smoothly. Check the syntax and you can see there is no problem, right? Activate this one, activate this one. Okay. Here also you can use the hash. It is not necessary that to create to give this a value. So you can use the hash, but again now this it underscore dp will have to declare. In this case you will have to declare. If you're not giving to hash over here, and if you are going to give these types over here, automatically system will determine the type for this as per this. Okay, but if you don't want to give this one, if you want to use the hash over here, and if you want to use this it underscore deep over here, what you can do, remove this one, this data, remove this one, and this it underscore deep you can declare uh, as an internal table. In that case you will have to declare it underscore deep type table of ts underscore deep. Okay, pretty printer, check the syntax, activate it, it got activated, right? And this is also will give you, this will also give you the same result as earlier. So instead of you know instead of that, you can use the hash also. You can see the same result is coming, right? So these are some different way you can use the hash also. You can use the table type also, but you have to be careful when you are going to use the table type. You can this it underscore deep, you don't have to define explicitly. Okay, but if we're going to give this hash, this it underscore deep, you will have to define explicitly like this. Now what we are going to do, and that we are ready with the data. Now we are ready with the data. Okay, you have seen that I have prepared, let's have the normal data like this. Okay, I'm just going to copy this one and I will put it over here. Maybe we have prepared some data. So deep, let me prepare quickly some more data. Okay, and here let's prepare the data on the demand. I'm just going to prepare the data on the fly quickly. We understood the concept, right? So tt underscore mara type table of ts underscore mara with default key or with empty key or with primary key, whatever key you must have to give the t, otherwise it will not work, right? So here this is not necessary to define the uh, table. Now come over here, and here you can use the value, give the tt underscore mara, and because I want to define at this time itself, I will give the data over here, value tt underscore mara, and use this bracket over here. What value Matner I want to give? Matner, let's prepare some 001, and mtat I want to prepare, let's mat a 1 over here, and we are going to prepare some multiple records. So put in a bracket. If you are not going to put in a bracket, it will give you the error. Okay, so suppose if you're going to put a single record also, you might be thinking that if I'm my table is having only the single record, so let me keep without bracket, it will give you the error. Okay, you can see the row is expected like that, you will get a table row specified in this way was expected. I got a lot of trouble while learning this one. I was getting this error earlier, when I was learning, and at the time I searched on internet everywhere, but I was not able to find what is the problem. At last, I realized, uh, here it gives some hints also. If you click on this I button, it will give you some hints. Here also, it was not clear for me. I was reading again and again, but I was not able to understand. But when I tried, I thought that it is telling to give some bracket. So I have given like this, and then I realized because this is my internal table, so we have to insert the data in form of a row. And when the system will understand that it is a row, when you are going to put into a bracket, right, then only it will be understand that it is a row. Now we'll be thinking this is also a bracket. Yes, this is also a bracket, but this bracket is not for the row. This bracket is for beginning bracket for this, for this tt underscore mara after, and here it is a close. So just it is a part of the syntax. But to specify a row, you have to give this particular data into a row, opening and close bracket, then only it will work. You can see now it will not give you any error. Okay, now it will not give you any error. Check the syntax now and it is fine, right? But I have to prepare some more data like this. Okay, I have to prepare some more data like this. So I'm going to prepare some more data. Okay, so control D sorry sorry, I will put like this, and then I will use a control D. Okay, so 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and the material type can be same for the all the material can be the material type same. That's fine, let it like this. So you can prepare multiple data just by putting control D. That's it. See how easy it is, right? So 8 9, right? And one more, maybe I will prepare some 10 records and just check the syntax. There is no problem. Activate this one. So ITO underscore Mara is having 10 records. Now earlier, what you used to do, that suppose if you have to read the record number 6, so read table it underscore Mara into the work area with key matnr, right? Matnr equals suppose 006 I want to, and like that we used to do, right? So we can take the advantage of inline declaration over here. Okay, so like that, and once the data is come, whatever you want to do, that we are going to do with that particular data. Okay, so the same thing you can use, with the help of table expression. That is something called table expression. This work area, the data without reading directly, you can. I will show you first. Here we are having two phrases. Okay, so for just to show them, we are having breakpoint. So how it's going to work? Okay, so press F8. So IT underscore Mara with the partner number 6. This complete row will be read and it will be put into this work area. Currently work area is empty, you can see, but when I press F6, the work area with the partner 6 is copied over here, right? Coming over here. Okay, so the same thing I'm going to achieve with the help of table expression. What you will have to do, this is the name of your table. You do IT underscore Mara, start a bracket, give the space in between. You have to give the space. Okay, after that you have to give the MATNR, and what you want to search, that you can search it over here. So 006 and close bracket, full stop. Okay, why it's red? I think no space required. Yeah, no space is required. Actually, it was my mistake. No space should be there. Check the syntax and you can see it will do the same thing what it is going to do. Okay, it is going to do the same thing what it is going to do. Activate this one and press F8, and you can see press F6. And sorry, I did a mistake over here, that I didn't comment this one, and then I will show you breakpoint, put it over here, check the syntax, activate. What is the problem? Work area unknown. Okay, work area is unknown. So here also what you can do, data, and do like this. It's possible. Check the syntax, activate this, and F8. Okay, come over here, and WA, you can see that WA is having 006 and MAT1, the same thing, right? It is doing. But here you have one problem. What is that problem? If the record is not found, it will go into the dump. Okay, if the record is not found, suppose you are going to give the 11. Okay, just activate this one and put the breakpoint now. It will give you the dump. When you place F6, you can see it is giving you the dump. What dump? What exception it will give you? This exception, CXCY I tab line not found. So what you can do, you can catch this exception. This is one way. This is one way that you can catch this exception. So what you can do, that you can put this under the try and catch block, right? Try, catch, and end try. Okay, catch the exception into data, right? LV underscore EXC. So the exception will be catched over here, and if you want to display in case the exception, what kind of exception is there, so that LV underscore EXC and control space and get text. This we can use this get text method to display the exception. Full stop. That's it. So what it will do now, if we're going to read the 11, it will not give you dump, but it will give you the message that what is the problem. Okay, the table does not contain a row with the specified values. You can see now the exception is not coming, the dump is not coming, but we are getting the a message. So like that you can handle the exception. But now you might be thinking, so why not to write this code? This is a single line code, and here just to use the new syntax, we have to, who will do this much exercise? So from NetWeaver 7.40 SPS 08 onwards, SAP come with a solution with this. What did they do? The data WA hyphen copy this one, paste it directly. So what they did, that if you go, they started using this value, okay, this value operator. So if they got the data, okay, if they got the data into this, that's fine. IT underscore Mara Matner, okay, if they are going to get the data, this is fine. Else they will prepare one default data, okay, they are going to prepare one default data. So default data will be what? So WA data, let's define one default work area. All right, let's define a default work area, and the default work area is nothing but again the Matner and mtart, right? So how to show you, let me do one thing. I will do this data WA underscore default type, or like line of we can use over here, like line of IT underscore Mara, okay, and this W underscore default we are having default, we are having the MATNR. Let us suppose some default value. If nothing is found over there, you want to display simply 001 or something like that, some default value if you want to display. So full stop and control D, give the value over here for the mtart mat1, okay. So this is my default value, and this W underscore default you can put it over here. You can give this default and put this value over here and close in a bracket, close this bracket. Here you have to give the hash, okay. I think some problem is there. Data value IT underscore Mara Matner. If this is not found, let me check with this. If this value is not there, then we have to display the default value, and like this we have to give, okay. So check the syntax now, and value is unknown, you have to give the hash over here, then only it will work. Check it, and W was already declared, okay, that's fine. We will remove this W, then control F2, W default, the correct name is W underscore default. Check the syntax now, and it is fine, okay. So let's understand what I'm trying to do over here. I'm trying to search this material number with 011, okay, in this particular table, because 011 is not there, so it will lead into the dump. I'm not putting into this try and try catch, and handling also I'm not doing, right? So because I'm not doing handling, so, and I have to use the single line code also. And in our situation, like, suppose if you want to get the default value, suppose nothing is found, you want to give like this, or suppose if you want to pass some blank value, okay, if nothing is there, you want that your requirement that nothing should come over here, right? So check now, and W is unknown, so let's define at runtime itself.
Is it okay to
At
use square brackets instead of curly braces?
curly braces, where is curly braces?
No, you have used actually square brackets before
Here,
MATNR. Is it okay? No, next to this.
here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is
yeah,
this square
here we
value,
have
right?
to, yeah, a square bracket. We have to use a square bracket when we have to search that particular field and field value. We have to give inside the square bracket. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
okay. This we have to put inside the square bracket. Activate this one, and now we'll put the breakpoint and press F8 and press F6. See, there is no dump, nothing. What will be the data over here? Can any one of you tell me? This 11 number record is not over here. What will be the data in this WA?
Empty.
Empty. This will be the data, right? For material blank, and for MTAT also it will be the blank, right? Come over here and see it's a blank, right? Because the data is not there, and this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. And earlier also, if with the help of read statement also, if data is not there, it will be not impacted, it will be the same, right? Whatever the earlier, so it will get the blank, right? So if you run this one, and if you don't get the data, right, 2 times WA, it will tell that declare. Okay, so I will put this WA1 now, so every time I'm getting this. Okay, so if you put over here, in case if the data is not found, in earlier case also it will give you the blank value, right? So this is how you can handle the blank in the new way. Here you can see there is a blank value. This is the earlier way. If data is not found, it does not give the dump. The size savarsi value gets set for non-zero size savarsi value. Okay, non-zero size savarsi value get 4. Okay, if data is not there. So that's why after read statement we used to check if size savarsi not equal to 4, then don't do anything, come out, or if size savarsi equal to 0, that means data is found, then do something, right? So this, but WA is going to become the blank because no data is there. So whatever the data means, whatever the value is there, it will not get impacted. And because it's the blank, so no value will come over here in WA, right? Because there's no material in earlier case. Press F6. Now in this case also we are handling like this way. Nothing this read, right? We are not doing anything like this. In this way we are doing, and this is called, the table expression. This is called the table expression. It will always return a single value.
So
Table
one question.
expression will, yeah,
One, so instead of handling the exception, we can mention the default work. We can mention the default work area.
right, yes, right, yeah. That's why it is not giving the exception. Otherwise, if you don't do like this, it will give you the exception, or else you will have to handle this exception. Okay.
Okay, how about the size of the values here actually in case the record is not found? How we can
Yeah, good.
handle read,
Yes, yes.
read, yeah.
Right. So for that purpose, what we'll have to do over here, so because you don't know like what is the default value over here. So based upon the default, if you want in that way you can handle, or else you have an option, like because the size of RC is not going to be set over here. Okay, because the size of RC value in the table expression, it will not set. So you have a workaround, line exist. If line underscore exist, you can do like this. If line underscore exist, you can check if this particular line is there or not. You'll have to do like this, and if. So if this particular line does not exist, whatever you want to do, you can do like this, because here you don't have any option. So if it is going to over there, like if the line is going to exist in this particular internal table, then only you go ahead, or else whatever you want to do, if you want to exit, you can just exit. So this is the thing what you will have to do. There is no option of size sub rc to set over here. You can't. Size sub rc does not come into the picture whenever you are going to use the expression and size sub rc. In case of expression, whatever expression it is, in case of expression you will not be able to put the size sub rc, because expression uh expression works on the operator mainly, right? Value operator, new operator, right? Like that, corresponding operator, switch operator, different operators we are having. So in that case, the size of RC value is not going to be set in case of expression. Okay.
So I can understand, like, say for example, if I need to
Hmm.
check whether the particular record exists or not, I can directly use this if line exists. So no need to use the syntax data for area one equal to value, right? Am I right? Just my requirement is I just need to check whether the particular record is there or not. So directly I can use if
Yeah,
line
this
exists.
this we can, yeah, line
Yeah.
exist you can use, or simply you can use the previous one. See, the all the previous syntax is still valid, still valid. It is backward compatible. So you can use this one also, but you are having one more option, this also, this look more fancy, that's it. But this also you can use. It is not like that we have to use always the new syntax, nothing like that. But we should know that in some places this is going to be very handy, right? This is going to be very handy, this is going to be very handy. It looks also good, right? We don't have to do the read first, then if size rc like that. In a single line itself, in a single line of code, you are just going to check and you are just going ahead. Okay, so it all depends like how you want to do here. The code optimization is there, less number of code we are going to write. So if I will show you how it's this line exists, how it's going to work. See, some error is there. Expected. Okay, some error is there. Line exists, I think. Is it? Let me check the syntax. Yeah, so actually it is line exists. And activate this one and put the breakpoint over here, press F8, and you can see the 11 number line is not there, so it will come into the else part. You can see, because it has been false, this particular expression value became false, that's why it is coming to the exit. But if we're going to see, search the 10 is there, right? So here we can give the 10, and here if it is present we can give that right value exist, value exists. Pretty printer, check the syntax, activate this one, got activated, and press F8, press F6, and you can see, because this is there, so it is coming over here. And whatever you want to do now, you can do it over here. So this is all about the value expression and all this. We are having a for expression, switch expression. Okay, let me note it down. What another expression we are
Pankaj,
having? Yes.
like in read statement, we have an option of searching via index, binary search. So
Yeah, that also you can do over here. That also you can do. Suppose if you want to search via index, okay, uh, data and WA1, you know, and here let me take this it underscore Mara, control V, and you can give the index, whatever index you want to read, that you can give it over here like this. So that particular index will be read and put into this work area. Okay, so suppose index number 7 if you want to read, so because it is in sequence, so at 7th we are having the 7th only. Activate this one, activate, some error is there, let's see, W1 is already declared, I'll put it WA2. Okay, activate now and press F8, and you can see the WA2 will be having the record number 7, right? Because the index 7, at 7 index we are having the 7th record. Okay, so it underscore Mara, if you check at the 7th index, we're having the record number 7. Okay, now the question is about the band research. So it all depends like how is your data over here. So it underscore Mara you are going to use over here. So you can see the it underscore Mara we have given with default key. So what is the default key over here? It's already there will be in the, so because this tt underscore this it underscore Mara, when we are preparing the data, and this is the standard table, and we are declaring with the default key, because this is the standard table, you know system will always do the sequential search over here. If you want to put the binary search over here, you must have to define this internal table as a sorted table. Okay, so if you want to give the like that, actually I'm trying to tell you, go here, and this IT_Mara you have to explicitly define in this case. That's why you have all the option what you want to do. So IT_Mara type sorted table of TNS, TS and with unique key or non-unique key, whatever. So any kind of key, whatever kind of key is there, it does not matter unique or non-unique, it will perform. So with non-unique sorted key, we can give the name of the let's give sort and components matnr matnr. Let's give the only one component. Okay, so now, but here you have to remove this, and here we'll have to give the hash. So based upon this table type, based upon this internal table, this data will get arranged automatically, right? So I will show you. Suppose if we're going to put it 10 over here, and I'm going to put 001 over here. Now in this IT_Mara, your data will come in the sorted order, one still 1 2 3 4 5 like that it will come. But if it is a standard table, it will come in the on whatever, in whatever way you are going to put in that order, only it will come. Check the syntax, some error is there. Let me see. With non-unique key, okay, IT_Mara, the key is not specified in full. Types specified general key are completed only in a standard table. Okay, sorted key components. What is the problem? TS_Mara, TT_Mara. Let me do one thing. I will comment this one. Okay, and then type sorted table of, this is fine, with non-unique. I'm removing this sorted option over here, and let me try. Primary can be used for primary key. Just a second. Only the name primary_key can be used for the primary key. That's fine. An alternative name can be used using the alias. Okay. Type sorted table of TS_Mara with unique key. Let me give. I will try with the unique key. Unique key sort components matnr, and let me give the, let's define the complete full key for this, and we will check. Some problem is there, just a second. Let's see the syntax, how it's defining. We have to specify the key in full. So data type, this decimals value, all this is fine. Variable type sorted table of, we have to check about the sorted table of. Okay, fine, that I will check. Something I'm missing over here. So overall the theme is that when we are having the sorted table, IT_Mara, for example, we are having the sorted table, automatically it will get sorted, and whenever you are going to perform this line exist internally, it is going to do the searching. Here also it's going to do the search. At that time the system will, it is optimized. If it is a sorted table, system will decide what to do. Okay, system will decide what to do. Okay, so in that case it will go for the binary search. Okay, I will check this one how it's going to work, and then I will let you know how the binary search is going to take place. Here some problem is there. When unique sorted key, we are giving the name of the sort. Components also we are giving. Do we have to give the comma? No. Sort the name of the sort underscore key, components, and matnr mtart. Okay, matnr with unique key matn. Okay, so like that, if you are going to give it, with unique key, actually component is not being supported over here. So with unique key, for going to give with matner, I'm telling to the system this is my unique key, or you can use the non-unique key. Both is possible in the case of sorted table. So now what it will do, the system, it will do the binary search implicitly over here. Okay, you also just get once confirmed through the SAP documentation. This is my what I remember, that it performs the binary search if it is sorted over there. But we if it is a standard table also, we can use this one. System takes care of optimization when wherever it is having such kind of expression kind of things, system automatically takes care of performance. But still, this also is going to play the important role. What I understand, what I remember, that when we are going to use the sorted table, in that case it is going to it going to use the binary search in order to search a particular value. Okay, or here also, okay, here also. But if it is not a sorted table, or if it is not a uh, what we tell, or hash table with the that also we'll see. With the hash table also, there are some new feature has come into the picture, that also we will discuss in the coming class. How with the hash table, earlier what used to happen with the hash table, that uh, binary search was not possible with the hash table. It was not possible earlier, binary search for the hash table, but now it is possible. Binary search is possible for the hash table. That we will discuss in our coming classes. We will see with the help of an example. Okay, so this is how we can use. And now I wanted to discuss about the for operator. For operator, what is this for operator? So for operator, it's a nothing but a iterative operator. Iterative operator. Iterative operator. So as you know, that suppose if you're having this internal table it underscore mara, right, and you have to prepare one more internal table, what we used to do, generally we used to do a loop at it underscore mara into data wa underscore mara, something like this, and some specific field we want to append into some another table. So generally we do like this, right? We will prepare one another internal table, whatever. So suppose I have to get the data, only the material I want, right? Only I want the material number, correct? So for that material number, I will create one more types over here. Begin of, I will use this itself, copy, I'll paste it over here, and ts underscore mara, instead of ts underscore mara1 I will give, and I will remove this one. Okay, so it is having only Martner component, and I want to populate the material number. Okay, so here data, and right, data wa underscore mara type ts underscore mara1, and then data it underscore mara one type table of ts underscore mara1. So when we have to prepare the data, we'll just we have to w underscore mara1 hyphen matner and w underscore mara hyphen matner and append w underscore mara1 to it underscore mara1. So this is how we used to prepare earlier. Suppose if you have to prepare some specific data, some specific field we have to prepare, right? So now, with after 7.40, it has been very handy, all the material with the single material, right? 10 materials is there, it has come over here. So here we don't have to put this loop and append and all these things, right? What you will have to do, uh, I will just copy it and I will paste it over here. Read table, control V. I will comment all this. Okay. Okay. So this is how we used to do. All right. Now with the help of for operator, suppose this is your it underscore mara1, right? So what you can do, it underscore mara1, you can write it over here. A value you can use and hash you can use. Why hash? Because it underscore mara1 is already declared. Already I have declared it over here. So no need to define once again. So simply I'm using this hash over here. And now I'll use the for and what for it underscore mara. I will use here the work area w underscore mara in it underscore mara. What I'm trying to tell to the system, get one by one record from this it underscore mara into this w underscore mara. Okay, and then you put the material over here and matnr over here wa underscore mara hyphen matnr. So this is what I'm telling to the system. One by one from this it underscore mara, get into this work area and this work area material number put into the material number of this internal table, the new internal table we are having this one. So you don't have to write this much code. Simply you have to write a single line of code and all the material number is going to get populated into this Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, Pankaj. Yeah,
Actually just power gone. My
yeah,
laptop
fine,
power
no
gone.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we have seen here that the it underscore mara1 value has wa. So this is a single line of code is going to do all these things whatever we have done over here in 4 lines. Okay, activate it and activate it, and I will put the breakpoint over here. And breakpoint, just activate quickly and put the breakpoint, press F8. And in IT_Mara, you can see there is 0 record, and once you press F6, it got 10 records over here, right? And here you can see the 1 to 10, right? All the material number with the help of for operator we have got, right? So this is how you can do. Suppose if you want to get let us suppose you have this here material 2, and here you have material 2, here also you have material 2. You want to get only those material number which material type is 2. So what you can do that for w_mara in it_mara, and you can give the where condition is also possible, and after where you can give the mtart equals to mat2. Okay, like that you will have to do. Okay, so the where condition, whichever the material type is going to match with this mat2, that only will go and sit into this matner, and this material number will go and append into this it_mara1. Okay, so it requires some practice. Please do some practice, then only will be able to understand. Okay, press F8, and here you will get only how many? It's 3 only, right? So you will get only 5, 6 and 7 material number, correct? So press now F6 and it_mara, you can see here that you got only 3, 5, 6 and 7. So like that you can do this one with the help of a value operator, right? We can use this value operator inside a value operator as well. Okay, so for example, suppose you are having one another table, let's say the Marcy table you are having. Okay, so I'm going to prepare quickly a Marcy table where I will be having the plant. Okay, where I will be having the plant. So copy this one, paste it over here, material and plant, works and works_d, works_d. Now let's quickly define one internal table. Data it_Marcy type table of ts_Marcy. This is my plant table, that means the Marcy table. Marcy is synonym for plant, right? So type table of ts_Marcy, pretty printer. And now let me quickly prepare some data like this. I will prepare some data. Okay, so maybe not this much, some data only I will prepare for the Marcy. Okay, matnr, and this is my plant, works and work wer1. So I will use this. This plant has been extended into this work1, work3, work4. Okay, now the material number, let's suppose 20, has been extended to plant 3, 30 has been extended to plant 4, and sorry, this material is not here, so I will put it something like 001, 001, 001, and again 002. I will give. Just I'm preparing some data. You can even put the select query on your Marcy table, that also you can do. Okay, 003. So we are having some plant over here. Now what I want to do, I want to prepare a table prepare a table where we are having the material type and plant, both, all these three information here in two different table we are having, right? In Mara we are having material and material type. Here in Marcy we are having material and plant. I want to club together and put all this information in a uh, final table, something like that. So types begin of, just we will see this one and we will stop here. Begin of type, begin of ts underscore final comma and then matnr type matnr comma works type works underscore d and mtart type mtart, right? Come over here and we will give end of ts underscore final. Okay, and let's prepare one types. So types, how will prepare? I'll have to give over here tt underscore final type table of ts underscore final with default key, right? With default key or with empty key or with primary key, whatever. Okay, so tt underscore final, that's it. This much is sufficient to populate the data. So the final table here I'm going to create. Okay, the final table here itself I'm just going to create so that I can show you how I'm going to do. Okay, so it underscore final, you can write it over here, and of course you'll have to declare because this internal table we have not declared. And how to declare, you know, if you have to declare we have to use the value and then this table type we have to give, either we have to give the hash or table type. So if we're going to give the hash, this data you'll have means declaration you cannot do, you have to explicitly declare, right? That's what we have learned. And here the value tt underscore final, what you have to do over here, you have to put all the material number into this it underscore final, right? Into this it underscore final. So you will write for wa underscore mara in it underscore mara. Okay, and then uh again you have to, you know, write like this. So I'm just going to keep the bracket so that I will not, you know, it will not confuse me. So for this bracket I have given this bracket, and for this bracket we have given this bracket. And now inside this again I'm going to use another for loop, like loop inside loop. Here you will have to do, if we're going to do in the conventional method also, loop inside loop you will have to do, there is no way, right? No other way. So w underscore mara and it underscore mara, again here for wa underscore marcy in uh what is the another table it underscore marcy, right? Is it some problem for w underscore mara and it underscore mara? So let me do one thing. First I will prepare the matner, at least matnr matner equal to w underscore mara hyphen matner. Okay, so all the matner I'm going to prepare, and then what I will have to do, that mtart I will do over here. So the mtart will be wa underscore mara hyphen mtart. Okay, now we have to prepare this plant. Okay, so the plant, so the plants, this works equal to, this plant can be for one material, multiple plant can be, right? For one material there can be multiple plant. So how to handle this one? Okay, so here we can give something like value Just correct me if I'm doing something wrong over here. A little tricky over here. This one for w underscore mara and it underscore mara, this value I'm getting, and for the plant I have to get all the plant. I have to get all the plant specific to the material number. Okay, so we have to use for within the for, but I'm not able to understand how to construct this one. So let me do one thing. For w underscore, and this is fine. Okay, put the full stop over here, and now check the syntax. It underscore mara is unknown. Why? Okay, this declaration and all. Okay, actually here we have prepared the data, so let me do one thing. I don't have any other option because data is earlier, so data and full stop, fine. Check the syntax now and it is fine. So here material and material type, we can get it over here. Plant will be blank, of course, because we are not handling the plant. We will see step by step how we can handle the plant. Okay, so in it underscore final, you know, we are getting the 10 records, that's fine, but this plant we have to use it over here, right? This plant will have to use it. So now how to do, suppose if I'm going to give the plants over here walks equal to for value hash, and if I'm going to use the plant over here, so for wa underscore for it underscore marcy, sorry, wa underscore marcy in it underscore marcy. So one by one I'm getting this one. Okay, I'll put it over here. Works, let's keep like this. Okay, now what I'm going to do, that this plant, okay, the plant I'm going to fetch it, and I will put it walks equal to wa underscore marcy hyphen walks. Okay, so is it correct? Walks equal to this walks over here I'm defining. Let me check it. Works is not an structure, that's true, this works is not an structure. So one by one we have to append actually. One by one we have to append. Okay, I will show you this one in the next class. I will check like how we can do this one. I'm not able to understand how to construct over here, but it's easy. This one also is easy. Okay, you can try yourself maybe. Let us check. Works is not an structure. This works is not an structure. So matnr we are putting over here, mtart we are putting, and works one by one works. But this works, suppose if you could put w underscore marcy in that way. Okay, 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 okay. Actually, this, here, what we can do here, that we can use that read operator. Okay, because we want to get the plant only, right? Why we are doing this much? We want to get the plant only, works only we want to get. So works how we will get? we will have to read the IT underscore marcy table corresponding to the this MATNR, right? And we'll have to put that one, correct? So for that purpose, this works equal to that IT underscore marcy, we can give it over here. IT underscore marcy, and here we can search, right? MATNR equals to WA underscore Mara hyphen Matner, right? We can give like this. So what it will do now, material number we will get from W underscore Mara, right? This W underscore Mara, and MTAT we will get from the W underscore Mara, right? And the plant we will search from the IT underscore Marcy, corresponding to what? Corresponding to uh, corresponding to the material, okay? And that plant we will put it over here. But here we will be having one problem. We will get only a unique plant, okay? It will work, but it will give you a one plant only into this IT underscore final table, okay? So let me just run it and I will show you some problems. Their line is not contained in the table, okay, fine. You can see that how it's giving the error. So the default concept we can use over here, right? So because you know that W underscore matner it didn't find out, that's why it is giving the error. So what you can do, you can use the value and you can give this hash over open bracket, okay, and then one more bracket, and here you can give some default value that no plant. If some material is not plant, then we can give there is no plant, because it is trying to search for all the material and some material is not having plant, only 3 material it is having the plant, okay? So just give default, okay, and give a no plant, okay, no underscore plant. This also you can do like this. Petty printer, check the syntax, activate this one, activate, so that it will not give you dump at least, okay? Now you can see there is no dump, IT underscore final you can see. So the plant is coming, right? And but you can see the single plant only is coming. That's the challenge over here. The plant is now coming, this is fine, but we have to get the multiple plant. So that how we can get that, we'll have to think. So just think yourself also. In the next class I will show you that how we can get the multiple plant. Actually we'll have to use another loop, okay, and one by one we have to put this material number, right, for W underscore Mara in IT underscore Mara, and again you have to give one more bracket, and again you will have to give one more bracket, and then you have to give over here for WA underscore Marcy in IT underscore Marcy, but it's not it seems some problem is there. But for inside for we have to use over here, there is no other way, because you can see here we are getting only the single plant. That I will check and I will let you know. With this, let us stop over here and let's meet on the next Saturday, okay? And just do one thing, please share your mobile number so that I will create a WhatsApp group, okay? And any kind of discussion, if it is there, I will just share with you, okay?
Yeah,
In
sure.
that
In the chat
oh,
window,
yeah, in the chat window
where we
please
can share
share
the
your
mobile
mobile number.
chat window. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
some question is here, is it possible to do grand total of mtart in select query? Material type is, you know, material type is a character data type, right? Material type is a character data type, and also material type, why you want to do the grand of material type, right? There is no need of doing the material type. I'm not getting this question. Shiva is asking the question, is it possible to do grand total of mtart in select query? Not possible. Not possible. Mtart can have, if you are having the numeric data type, you can do, but material type, it is a FEIT, semi-finished, finished, raw material. It is a character data type, and in this case, it will give you the dump. Okay, but based upon the material type, if some quantity, if you want to group it together, and if you want to use the aggregate function over there, that it is possible. That is possible. Okay, request you to other person also to share your mobile number, so that I can create a group and I will add it over there. Okay, so fine. So find other person's mobile number I'm having, I can do it. Okay, okay then. uh have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Bye.